Hi, this is Tara for HealingCrystals.com, and this is the Astrology Report for June 1st through June 7th. So this week is going to be interesting, okay? And I want you to keep in mind as you're working through the week that it's all in your best interest, okay? We start off on Wednesday with a Sun and Neptune square. And that's going to bring kind of an internal battle where you're kind of caught between what you should be doing and what you want to be doing, okay? You don't know which call to answer. It's going to be difficult. You're going to have a hard time paying attention to details, and your performance could be affected by this energy because Neptune is very distracting, and it's hard to retain your focus. So if it's possible to set aside anything on Wednesday that requires absolute focus, do that. If you can't, and you've got to keep working through it, do that. But just be aware that things are not going to be as linear and straightforward as you might expect, and try not to let the energy stress you out. You know what? If you have to take a little mental time out during the day, do that. Do whatever you have to do. And just be very cautious with what you're presenting and your work, because it could very easily go awry under this influence. Thursday is kind of a quiet day. But once we get to Friday, you're going to find kind of a prevailing theme throughout the week. And that's that Venus and the Sun are kind of chasing each other. So early Friday, we start off with a similar transit, but this time it's a Venus-Neptune square, okay? So once again, you've got that inner turmoil going on, but now it's about your thoughts and your perceptions. Those are what are going to be in conflict. And what Venus wants you to do is they want you to recognize and accept the reality of your situation as it relates to any matters involving finance and personal relationships. Neptune's going to want you to approach these things from a completely different, idealistic, optimistic point of view, all right? It's going to feel very black and white, like you have to choose one over the other. Do you just, accept reality and the truth, or do you give in to your hopes and just kind of ignore the truth? Neither one is going to work out in your best interest, okay? It can be very empowering to let go of illusion and face the truths, because truths do not have to be as bad as you think they are. Truth is very perceptive. It is not a hard fact. This is important. What's true for me is not true for you, okay? You can use this energy, you can use this transit to create your own truths by mixing your hopes and your ideals and what you want to happen with your reality and create a new truth for yourself. That's where the empowering comes in. But the trick is that you have to not approach things from a black and white standpoint and feel like you have to give up one in favor of the other. You can find a way to bring them together and make things work in your favor, okay? But just remember that you are going to have to let go of something in order to gain. That's kind of the lesson of squares, okay? Then later on Friday, the Sun and Saturn are going to be in an opposition. Now, the lesson in opposition is more about bringing things together than it is about letting go of one or another, okay? So now, in this situation with the Sun and the Saturn, what's going to happen is that your desires, your will, your determination, they could all be overcome by your present circumstances, okay? So in other words, what appears to be the reality of of your situation could feel like it's going to overwhelm what you want your situation to be. And like you're going to have to accept less than what you want. That is not the truth, okay? It's easy to turn all this around and have it all work in your favor. Use reality as a tool to get what you want. Remember, it's all about perception. Use this as a catalyst to change the truth, to make your own truth, to make your own reality. Surprise, Venus is going to replace the Sun, and it's going to be in a similar opposition with Saturn later in the day, okay? And that's going to help you take all those self-doubts that you have, all that fear that you have that you cannot create the life that you want. And it's going to, it could transform them into feelings of where the world is working against you. You feel persecuted, criticized, unappreciated. Don't let this energy turn you into a victim, okay? You want to do whatever it is that you need to do to avoid those feelings of doubt and fear about yourself. Try not to think about what others are thinking of you or think about what is in your way. Don't think of it as something that's meant to stop you. Think of it as it's something that's meant to strengthen you. Okay? So when you see that something it may feel like it's keeping you from getting what you want, really, it's a challenge for you, and you're up for the challenge because you've got the strength to do it. That's how you have to work with this energy, okay? Bring them together, create your own truths, your own realities, and it's very empowering. Then on Saturday, the Sun and Venus are both going to be in a square with Jupiter, okay? Jupiter has just come out of its retrograde period, so you may have, the whole year things have been moving very slowly. You may have begun to see some progress, but if you haven't, or if things are still not happening as quickly as you want, you're going to feel these transits very deeply, okay? It could feel very upsetting to you. You want more, and you just aren't getting it. You're tired of waiting and worrying that things are never going to change. Once again, this can very easily be an empowering influence if you use it as an opportunity to become aggressive and make things happen for yourself. You can sit around and feel sorry for yourself. I've done it myself and said, oh, poor me. Or you can get up and go and fight. And not only is that going to help you get closer to what you want, it's going to give you that strength and that determination and show you that you have what it takes to get whatever you want for yourself. Okay, when Venus moves into this transit, because it starts off with a Sun Jupiter square, and then Venus, then it's going to turn into a Venus Jupiter square. That's actually going to help you because that's very creative, enthusiastic energy, and it's going to drive you to go out and obtain more good things in your life, because that's what Venus is all about. Venus wants you to bring more of those things into your life that bring value and make you feel happy and satisfied. On Sunday, we have a new moon, and the Sun are both in Gemini. So you can expect your thoughts and your feelings to be very broad and very expansive. Gemini has an adventurous energy that needs to explore every fact, flaw, potential outcome before a decision is made. And once they make their decision, they know that it's the very best until the next moment comes, and then they get another idea. And so it's very hard sometimes when you're working with Gemini energy to choose something and stick with it, because the next moment might bring new information, ideas, or feelings that are going to, again, need deep evaluation. So it's important on Sunday. A new moon is a new beginning. It's a time to start making, start working towards building new stuff in your life, but don't be surprised if you find yourself changing your mind and changing your courses, and that's okay. Go with the energy, go with what feels right at the moment, because eventually it will get you to where you want to be. On Monday, the Sun and Venus, they finally caught up with each other. That's good, and now they're getting along so well. All those other planets have moved away, and now the Sun and Venus are working together, and they're in this just harmonious conjunct transit. Relationships are going to especially feel the benefits of this transit as we're going to mirror the Sun and Venus, or we're going to be bringing out the best in each other. Engaging in social functions and group activities is really a good use of this energy. And you want to watch out for hidden opportunities that could surface within this kind of atmosphere. You could come across the perfect partner, vendor, or customer for a financial endeavor that you've been working towards, or just find people are more supportive in general of your efforts to just bring more beauty and happiness into your life and into the world. Finally, on Tuesday, the Sun and Venus, now they're in square transits with the moon. Okay? So we're back to feeling that internal conflict again, and that's going to cause you to question what you're doing and where you're headed, and if that is really what you want. this is a good energy. It's good to check in with yourself and make sure that you're on the right track, and make sure that you're committed to getting where you want, because otherwise you run the risk of creating unnecessary dissatisfaction. I'm just babbling here, sorry. You don't want to be creating unnecessary dissatisfaction and unhappiness during this transit. You want to keep a very positive mindset and use it as an opportunity to take a look at what you're doing and say, hey, you know what? This is working. Let's keep this. This is not working. Let's try a different way. Mercury and Uranus are going to lighten things up considerably when they come in later on in the day, because they're going to overpower the whole moody atmosphere. And they're just going to bring in some fun. And it's a big wake-up call when they come in to stop thinking so much and just start going out there and doing. So, here's the crystals that I'm carrying with me this week. First of all, malachite. To heal and to be healed. Okay? It's a good time to help others. It's a good time to accept the help that others offer to you. Moonstone, to trust. Oh, wait, that's not my moonstone. Moonstone, to trust yourself and to know what's best for you. And just do it. Okay? Trust your feelings and you'll be fine. And finally, howlite, for peace and to focus on positive energy. There's lots of it around. It may feel a little bit hidden, but remember, you add to the energy too. So if you're working with transits that don't feel as positive as you would like, it's up to you to add the positive energy that will make them work for you. Don't forget to check out our weekly and daily horoscopes on healingcrystals.com and on our Facebook page, Crystal Talk. Have a happy, powerful week.